All right. You gonna count us down there, Big Shoots?
5, 4.
Can you do it with some enthusiasm?
No.
All right. Welcome back, travelers, to another exciting episode of The Long Road. Back in this podcast format, which I'm kind of digging, actually. Mostly because I like the sound of my own voice.
Right.
And I like looking at myself on my screen.
Right.
Man, I am pretty.
Right. Look at
And
this.
I
Have you seen this
never
beard?
really thought that until we started back at this. Do what?
Look at this beard.
Dude, I wish I could grow a solid beard. This is the best I got. You know. It fits me. Although I do like to think, I will say this, since we started doing this again, I gotta look at myself on the screen all the time. I think I grow a hell of a mustache.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a shame. It's a shame that you can't have just a mustache anymore without people automatically assuming that you butt diddle kids.
starting this podcast off strong.
I mean, I would
yeah.
really get some. I would get some serious looks.
There's either two for the mustache: pedophile, cowboy.
I'm not cowboy enough for that, so. I mean, it'd be really bad in the summertime because, I wear long, button-up shirts with just two buttons buttoned up in the summertime anyway because it gets hot as all get out.
Hey, kids.
So, that, sitting in a lawn chair with my, cut-off Daisy Duke blue jeans, drinking Miller High Life, everybody's going to be like, that dude is a pedophile. I drive a minivan.
Oh, yeah.
This is bad.
You're going to jail. That's profiling, but yeah.
I can never have just a mustache, and it bums me out because I feel like it's a pretty strong stash. I feel like I could do something with it, but it's just not. It's not the cards dealt for old Tyler Parker.
Yeah, me neither. Mine grows weird.
Off my mustache. Here we go. Back at it. Episode this week. We're gonna talk about random things as usual. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, the God's Chosen Beard. I don't think I've used that one.
That's a new one.
God's Chosen Beard. Champion of the Sun. Not Dayman, Logan Rickett.
Yeah.
And as always,
I defeated Dayman.
You what?
I defeated Dayman and Nightman. We're both dead.
Dayman.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm with you. As always, too, your old friend Parker here. Oh, man. Been quite a week this week. So I guess the first thing I want to touch on, man, Detroit Auto Show. A lot of cool announcements from that so far. A lot of really dumb announcements, too.
Like what?
Crossovers. God, everybody's got crossovers this year. It's so dumb.
Nobody's making
thousands
cars
of
anymore.
crossovers.
Yeah. Just make crossovers. How about
The three that I really new vehicles we're getting that I was really digging on were we're getting the 4-door truck Wrangler.
Gladiator.
Which I've been excited about that one since they first leaked it.
Yeah, I like it too, but I'm worried if you don't have more backseat room than a 4-door Wrangler, or is it the same size? Because I don't know.
I think it's going to be you remember when Ford did the Explorer truck?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like that. I don't think we're looking at a full size bed based on the pictures I saw.
No, it's like a 5-foot bed. I think it's smaller than my bed.
Yeah, it's a small bed.
I don't think it's not for they didn't. If you watch stuff on it, they didn't build it for hauling. They built the bed. The bed's for putting your bikes and stuff in.
Hauling
furniture.
I think it's to give those people an option who want a Jeep but need it for things like hauling off garbage.
Yeah.
It's not
for couch.
Which that's what I would expect it to be anyway. Unless they did a 2-door version. Now, if they do a 2-door version, we better be talking some
deep bed.
And they're calling it the Gladiator, but like the old school Gladiator that was built on the SJ frame, which was the Wrangler, or not the Wrangler, sorry, the Wagoneer, and the original Cherokee, not the XJ like mine, but the SJ Cherokee, which was essentially a two-door Wagoneer. But it was built on that frame, and they're awesome looking. And I don't know, I was hoping for something a little more beefy, but it is something I've been looking forward to. I'm a big Jeep guy, so I was pretty excited about that. The one that caught me by surprise, because I never even expected this one, Toyota's bringing back the Supra.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening either.
I'm just glad that they didn't pull a Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi brought back the Eclipse as a crossover, which was brilliant. I hope whoever made that decision at Mitsubishi got fired. I hope they got fired and then all of the employees decided to go burn their house down. That was a terrible decision. That person doesn't deserve to work in the automotive industry ever again. That being said, I don't think the guy that decided that they were going to make a like cheap crossover SUV, that Chevy, they're bringing back the Blazer name, and it's like,
oh, are they?
Huh? Yeah, and it's a shitty crossover.
Figures.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Crossovers are okay. They're not terrible, but like,
they're okay.
How many do we need?
None more. Well, Ford quit making all but like the Mustang in cars. Mustang and the Focus.
Yeah, and they're making the Focus.
Which is fine, I guess. I mean, who bought Fusions and 500s?
No, not the Focus, the Taurus.
I thought it was the Focus.
Isn't it?
I have no idea.
Is it the Focus they're keeping? It's one of them.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing is, like,
that's how
they've been.
Gas is cheap. People are buying SUVs again, and crossovers get pretty much the same gas mileage. So.
Well, and then too, for years now, the American car manufacturers, they have kept comparing their cars to the Japanese equivalent. Like every time, an American car company comes out with a new sedan, they're like, oh, it's got this, like the Camry. Everything was like the Camry. Well, you know what? Why would I get something that's like the Camry when I could just get the Camry?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on now. I think that the them doubling down and going all in on crossovers is just them trying to save themselves, because at this point, Japan is dominating the car market. They're dominating the small truck market, and I guess that American automakers are like, instead of just half-ass doing everything, we're going to try to make crossovers really well. But
crossovers, SUVs, trucks, because America.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I get the practicality of having a crossover over car personally. I mean, like if I'm ever to that point where I've like settled down, which
you need good gas
the way it's going don't look like it. I would much rather have a crossover than a sedan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't buy a family car. Would not be a car. It would be a SUV or something bigger.
Yeah, exactly. I get the practicality of it. So I kind of see where they're coming from, but at the same time, just like a ton of crossovers. Anyway, so back to the Supra. It's coming with the BMW B58 motor. It's not going to be the exact same configuration of B58 motor that's in the M3, M4, but it's of the same engine family. They're saying like 335 horsepower to the rear wheels out the gate. Also, BMW is notorious for underrating their motors for taxing purposes. So a lot of people are expecting that it could have upwards of 380 to the rear wheels by the time it's all said and done. I'm pretty excited about it. The style on it's really nice. I will say this. It kind of reminds me, and I forget what it is, but back in the late aughts, like 08, 09, somewhere in that frame, Alfa Romeo had a Roadster sports car, and it kind of reminds me of that, but not as Alfa Romeo-y, because
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And Alfa Romeos, they have that look. Like you can't mistake Alfa Romeo. You know what it is.
It's art.
Like you see it and you're like, that's
Clarkson.
Alfa.
It's art.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
It's not reliable,
Yeah.
but it's art.
So yeah, that BMW motor, the styling on the new Supra is pretty cool. It's going to start, I think, at 49.9. So go ahead and say 50K for the
Yeah.
base model of that. A lot of people were expecting it to be higher, apparently, because when the last Supra was out in '97, they started at 39.9, and for inflation, that would be up around 75, 80,000 now. I think it was what it was.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're expecting it to be that same price range. But the fact that it's only 50,000 is almost like it coming out as a cheaper car itself.
That's the base model, though. You know, there might be a Nissan package or a Nismo package.
What?
Nismo
You mean
package?
a TRD package?
What else? Oh, crap. Yeah. No, not TRD.
For those of you
Man.
who are fans of the show who don't know, Logan drives a Nissan Frontier, so he's always going to thank Nismo when it comes to performance, like in-house performance shops. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a TRD package.
I'll leave it at
That would be cool. Like, I could definitely see that going on.
You know,
with
for
all
a
of
racing
these-
package, that would probably cost around 80. Like, after you get maybe a bigger motor, I don't know what else it's going to come with, but
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
base model's 50. You could easily get 60, 65 for a.
And right now, from what I understand, it's going to release. The first year is going to have 3 different trims. You're going to have the base model, the premium, and then a year 1 edition. So it's going to be like some special edition thing.
They're all going to sell out, so hardcore Toyota Supra fans are probably going to buy them.
I don't know, man. I've never met a super fan with 50K just laying around. But I've also never seen a super fan, like an actual super person, who wouldn't go into debt up to their eyeballs for a sweet car. So
Absolutely.
and I appreciate that. I'm not shit talking nobody on that. Like, that's dedication that I don't have, and I appreciate that. So.
If I could get anywhere close to a GTR payment, I'd have one.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm waiting on? Since all of these
the
like
edible to kick in.
Huh?
Nothing. I said, waiting for the edible to kick in.
I wish. Yeah, it's like 20 minutes ago, dude. Yeah, I'm kidding. All right, so since all the Japanese car companies are bringing these old cars back, Toyota with the Supra, we're finally getting the GTR in the States, all that stuff that's going on. I want to see Mitsubishi bring back in Japan, it was the GTO, but here stateside, we knew it as the 3000 GT. That car was a monster. Like, the first gen of those cars, it was heavy, but it was a V6 twin turbo. It had smart aerodynamic functions to it, a little bumper extender for downforce, and the spoiler would raise up and down. It had sport and like touring mode, adjustable suspension, and exhaust. So like when you're driving in the neighborhood, you put just like driving the exhaust form on, and it made it real quiet.
Yeah.
And then when you needed that motor to breathe, you put her on sport mode. My God, she started breathing. You could tell it. It also had an intelligent rear wheel steer, all-wheel drive. Like, it really, for a 1991 model, or 1990 model when that came out, whenever year that was a monster of a car. So I really kind of hope that Mitsubishi, trying to save face over this fucking let's make a crossover called the Eclipse fiasco bullcrap going on, decides to re-release the 3000 GT, and just see what we could do with that. Because
that'd be cool.
With what they did with it before, there's no reason why today we can't have some sick, 3000 GT.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. The world's getting crazier, man. We're getting a lot of cool cars and stuff out these days. I'm gonna have to get a real job and stuff. Start putting my PR degree to work.
Oh, you're working on it. You're working on that real
I'm
job.
trying.
Yeah.
Might have to get on that a little faster. I kind of want one of them Supras. I've
Yeah.
never been a Super guy. Not ever. In
Knew it looked
fact,
slick.
in high school, if you were like, yeah, dude, I drove a Toyota Supra, I'd be like, yeah, you also ride a big fat dingus. No offense to any of our gay listeners out there. I like gay people. That's just like it's. I thought the Super craze and the late aughts there was stupid.
They look silly and round, and I'm like, okay, that's
Exactly. Like back in the 90s, that was a hot car. Like,
oh
don't
yeah,
get me wrong, that was a cool car in the
not
90s.
now.
In the mid 2000s, that car looked stupid.
It did not age
like
well.
it looked like the car that you would get. You remember back in the day when cereal had like toys in the bottom of the bag?
Yep, it was a cereal toy.
Yeah, it was a cereal box like car. That's what it looked like to me, and I was like, this is not like okay. It's the 2JZ engine. Okay, fair.
It still looks dumb. Oh.
But why don't you put that 2JZ into something cooler?
Yeah. Literally anything
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
And really, it was just because they really didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They couldn't mechanic on shit. It was like, oh, this is what I got because I got it. Like, I'd have found the motor and put it in a cooler car.
Oh yeah.
Do like Koo did on his 240Z. It's got a 2JZ. Is it 2JZ or 1JZ? He's got one of those motors in that.
It's in a previous video.
In his 240Z. Yeah, go look at that previous video, the Cutworms Rally video where we talk about that car with him. It's yeah. But you just take it, put it in something else. Like it's a cool motor, but the car was dumb.
Faux show.
So we got that going on. What else, man? What's new with you these days?
I'm just nothing really. Whole lot of work, mostly.
Ain't that the freaking truth, man?
Been working on the servers the past 2 weeks, so it's been busy every day. It's finally calming down though.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
You know how to set up a server?
Kinda. Like
You should set us up a server. I don't know what we'd use it for, but that way we can say like, yeah, just put it on a server.
why don't we just use the cloud? A lot less energy draw. Cloud's free.
Everybody uses the cloud. Not everybody has a server. we could also start putting the audio for these on the server to then allow people to pick up these episodes with an RSS feed. I don't know how to do that, but I know that's what you got to do.
That's dumb.
What?
That's dumb. Who uses RSS feeds anymore? Say 2015.
Apparently, it's still a pretty big in the podcast world.
Is it really?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Because that's how people get downloads. Is people set up the RSS feed to automatically download onto their phones and stuff.
I have no idea.
I don't really know either. I think that's how it works. Because you already have to. You can't just get on one of like the big listed servers unless you've already got a ton of listeners and stuff.
That's true.
So like you got to start somewhere.
Well, SoundCloud. Well, then you got to pay for it eventually. But I mean, the cloud is just somebody else's computer, anyways.
Yeah, I don't trust the cloud.
Down with the cloud.
Computers. Look, here's all I'm saying, man. Right, computers. They got motherboards and computer chips. It's all made with silicone, right?
Right.
You put that in the cloud. You breathe a little bit of that cloud, you're dead. They can't save you. You can breathe that cloud in the hospital. You're not gonna make it. I don't trust the cloud. Just roving out there about, just killing people indiscriminately.
Rude.
Don't ever trust the cloud. Unless it's this cloud.
Fat rips. Weak. Nice.
Been a stressful day.
Nice. I quit.
Did you really?
Yep, gave it up.
How's that working out for you, Big Shoots?
I want some nicotine. But it's been
How long have you been?
about a week.
Headaches?
Just one first day.
Any irritability?
Oh, yeah. Not fast, though, eventually. Snacking's turned up to 11.
See, that's what I'm worried about is because, like, I'm already kind of an asshole. So, like, if I'm irritable, like, I just unload on you. You're like, hey, Parker, your shoes so tight. Oh, yeah, well, let me tell you why every relationship you've ever had keeps fucking up. Like, I can just imagine how, like, I'm going to have people crying. I'm just going to, like, I learned a long time ago that, like, I'm a funny asshole, but you got to hold it back if you expect to keep any friends. And so, like, Parker on Nick withdrawals is going to be like, well, let me tell you.
Screw you, man.
And that'll be like our last episode. Logan will be like, he'll get on there just himself. He'll be like,
I'm out.
guys, we're canceling the show. Parker's an asshat. I'm not talking to him anymore. Fuck that guy.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not going to tell y'all what he said because it is not fit for good.
It is not PG-13, which is apparently what this show's rated now. We're going to turn up to R one day.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, well, man, congratulations on going a week. That's longer than I've ever gone.
I mostly broke my tank and don't want to buy another one. So I was like, just screw it. I'm done with this. Keep breaking them. They keep... I'm tired of spending money on them.
That's a dumb reason to quit, but, like, good on you.
I'm not going to spend any more money on it because I bought 2 mods recently and I keep buying tanks because they keep breaking. And I'm stupid. I don't want to deal with them anymore, so...
What? How did your last tank break? The newest one.
I broke the glass, and then the glass broke again.
How did you break the glass?
It dropped it.
Oh, that's because you got that resin model. The resin's not as strong as glass, dude.
It's the tank's fine. It's the glass piece where the juice goes.
Yeah, but isn't the glass resin too on those?
No.
I literally dropped this one on gravel like 3 times yesterday. And she's still golden. You
I
just
don't
need
know.
to get a better tank, dude.
I ain't spending any more money on it. I'm done with it.
Well,
Oh,
that's fair.
yeah.
Oh, well, I want to say that's a dumb reason to quit. Good on you for quitting.
Yeah. Too much money.
So, no vaping, or you smoke, like, slipping in your stoves every now and then, or?
Nope. Quitting cold turkey.
Quitting cold turkey.
Cold
Man.
turkey. I'm running out of turkey. I have to switch to roast beef soon.
Switching to roast beef.
Roast beef.
Hey, are you trying to tell me you're going to start smoking meat?
Yes. No. For people listening from work, no.
I didn't know if that was code.
No, it's literally roast beef. I could use a sandwich.
I gave up smoking for Arby's.
That's pretty accurate. I love them curly fries, though, right?
Oh, dude, them curly fries.
You try the sandwich with the... it's the roast beef sandwich with curly fries on and some sort of weird cheese. I forgot what it was called. Yeah.
Dude, you know the nearest Arby's is like an hour from me, right? Like I don't get to go to Arby's is a treat, which is really sad.
That bums me out.
That's like
shit.
dude,
Dairy Queen's a treat for you.
When I first started going to Western, there was an Arby's in Silva, and like that first week, I probably had Arby's at least once a day. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know these were still around.
Curly fries.
Oh, curly fries. Oh man, yeah, no, it's I didn't know that was a thing.
The cheese
Yeah, I
is
can
weird.
actually have a Chick-fil-A closer than I have a Arby's.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Or not roast beef people up here in the mountains, I guess.
Nope.
We love chicken. They love chicken and Jesus, so come on, you know Chick-fil-A was coming.
Bojangles.
Oh man, don't even start on Bojangles. You know what I missed was the all-you-could-eat Bojangles buffet set up on Friday, or not Friday, it was Wednesday and Sunday nights. It was for churchgoers.
Yeah, that was dope.
When I was going to Western, that's what we used to do to recharge from a hard weekend of drinking, like, because we would start at Thursday, girls' night at the Bone Shack and then
Yep.
Ray's and whatever else the hell it was called. And then I went to class still drunk more times than I care to count. But my teacher never she never gave me shit about it because I would be drunk in class, but I would participate. I couldn't speak for shit. You couldn't understand what I was saying. And she knew. She was like, yes, Mr. Parker, you're correct. I'm sitting there just like slurring my speech. But like she wasn't going to yell at me because everybody was either drunk or hungover. And if they weren't saying shit.
Yeah. But at least you showed up.
She was my advisor, so she knew that I was 23. No, I was 22 by the time I started going to Western. I turned 22 my first semester there.
Woo.
So like she knew that I was a little bit older than the rest of my classmates. So like, because it was supposed to be, if I'd started going there, right out of high school, that would have been the class I was in was like a sophomore level class. It was a 200 level class.
Yeah.
But I'm like, by the time I took it, I think I was 23 or 24.
Yeah.
And so she's like she knew like that I was older. So like, I'm probably the only person in this class right now who's not drinking underage. Like I can, like my beer was bought.
I can do this. I bought this legally.
and then I would just come back from class and keep drinking straight through the weekend. Like
the dog, man.
We would eat like a sandwich or two throughout the weekend, and then Sunday rolls around, and you just feel like shit.
Mm.
At night, after 6 o'clock, go up to the Bojangles, and I can even tell you this, dude. It was $8.53 after tax for the all-you-can-eat. One time, I ate a whole chicken. Like, that's all. I didn't get no sides or nothing. I was just eating fried chicken. Like, 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 wings, 2 drumsticks. 1 whole fried chicken. I ate that shit.
Yep.
I immediately, like, the hangover was just done, gone, over.
Yep.
Yeah. Dear Bojangles, if you'd like to sponsor this show, please submit it, the letter in writing, to whatever Logan's address is, or some sort of social media that we have or something. I don't know.
Slide in them DMs, Bojangles.
I would totally rock a Bojangles like T-shirt in every episode.
You don't have to pay us. We just want free stuff.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like
send us a
coupon
T-shirt.
book.
Yeah, coupon works.
You send me a Bojangles T-shirt
send me that
and
sweet
a V-neck.
Yeah.
V-neck.
Oh, I'm not wearing one today.
Send me a V-neck Bojangles shirt and a coupon book, and we'll mention you in every episode.
We're gonna mention you anyways, but we just want the T-shirt.
Yeah, sweet Bojangles T-shirt.
Bojangles.
I'd say I'd get a Bojangles tattoo, but I already know a guy that's got one of those. Shout out to my boy Bojangles.
Speaking of which,
I don't think he can get Bojangles anymore. Last I heard, he was living in Seattle.
they don't have the Bojangles that way.
No, they don't. Rhett and Link taught me they don't have it out that far west.
Nope. They flew Biscuits in from North Carolina just to have them on the show. That's true North Carolinian boys right there. Right there.
As North Carolina, it is my civic duty to always support Bojangles and Cookout.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Also, Cookout, if you'd like us to sponsor you, please hook me up. Just a coupon book and a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And a chocolate milkshake. Those are really dope. Even though they're just basic chocolate milkshakes.
All right, this is going to sound gross, but like in the winter or the summertime, did you ever try one of their watermelon milkshakes?
I'm not trying that. That sounds gross.
It is delicious. It is wonderfully delicious. Those of you who don't know about Cookout is a North Carolina tradition. It's starting to get other states. Logan used to live, the exit Logan used to live off of, you had to drive by a Bojangles, and him and I used to eat there quite a bit. Or not a Bojangles, a Cookout. Sorry.
Yeah.
There was a Bojangles right next to it. It was like little North Carolina right there, dude.
Yep.
So anyway, Cookout, the food is cheap. It's good, it's cheap, but the milkshakes are on point. I will tell you this.
Yep.
Pro tip, if you're ever at a Cookout, right, you get the tray, all right? Don't get Hush Puppies as a side.
No, that's amateur hour.
Tray.
It's not
Exactly.
amateur hour.
Right. Get you whatever 2 sides you want, but not the Hush Puppies. Then you get a side of Hush Puppies. Because them Hush Puppies, they're good, 1. But 2, it's 12 of them for $1.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally 2 pounds of Hush Puppies for $1. 1.
Spend that side on some nuggets and a quesadilla.
And you're only paying. I think they
Like-
jacked the price to box up. It's like what, $4.99 now.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I say jacked up. It was $4.25 for a long time, long time. Like it was $4.25, and it's like some sort of sandwich, and then 2 sides and a drink, all included, $4.25. Like boom, right?
Right.
Now it's up $4.99. So for that extra dollar, $5.99. That's $6. $6 plus tax, tax. 6 and change gets you 12 hush puppies, 2 of whatever size you want, which could be.
Could be more hush puppies. I
Nuggets.
know. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, you do you. I'm just saying, like, if you're a man like me that loves hush puppies, just get that extra side of hush puppies.
Yeah.
The onion ring is pretty good too. I don't know if you heard that onion rings.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I've never actually eaten anything there I didn't like.
I like their spicy grilled chicken sandwich. That's pretty good.
Oh yes, sir. You know what else is really good? Their sweet tea, man.
Oh yeah.
Like for a restaurant, sweet tea's on point.
Right.
Yeah, Cookout. If you want to sponsor us too,
Milkshakes
like
and
I said, a
t-shirts.
coupon book and a T-shirt. We'll mention every episode.
Again, we're going to anyways, but
We're going to anyways. But
rip. You gotta rip it up.
I'll tell you what. Your head of marketing, if you decide to sponsor us with 2 T-shirts and 2 coupon books to become official sponsors,
DM me. Send them DMs.
We'll give you executive producer credit.
We'll put. How about we just make the whole show your logo? We'll just place it right over our skin, like right there. Just big old.
Oh
logo.
man, yes, please. Oh god.
Might do that anyways.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's
That's a good idea for a new layout that y'all see right here. This layout. I think I'm gonna put logos on it.
There you go. And just we'll just put it on there until they give us the coupon book and T-shirt. Like
put a Pabst and then like a Cookout. Pabst Cookout, Bojangles,
Moon pie.
Moon Pie, RC Cola. Actually, RC Cola and Peach Knee High.
RC. Wait, no RC or
No RC. We're going with Peach Knee High.
it's all the same company.
It is all the same company, but
Peach Knee High. They're not going to let us do just Peach Knee High. You're going to have to do RC Cola.
Yeah.
RC Cola and Moon Pie, man.
all right.
Classic American.
We'll put those right here then.
I'll tell you what, man. RC Cola and Moon Pie go together like the mangled bodies and a Mustang at the drag strip.
That's accurate. Very accurate.
The Ford Mustang is man's natural predator.
Yeah, it's not a lion. It's the Ford Mustang.
All I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're on foot and you can see it, it can see you, and you need to run. It's too late.
You
Find
see
something big,
Yeah.
put it between the two of you.
Yep.
That Mustang's coming after you. Oh man, there's something else I was gonna say. Something I wanted to talk about. I forgot.
Yeah, I had some too, but I forgot like 5 minutes ago. I forgot on a rant on Bojangles. But so say something before.
You're like me. We started talking about Bojangles.
I'm just
now
hungry.
The water, and now you're trying to figure out how you can spit without the people noticing that because you're on camera. That you need to. Your mouth is just dripping like man.
Man, I'm just.
Woo. Woo.
Woo.
Oh man, so I had an idea for a TV show the other day.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be Canadian cops.
Okay. So the Mounties.
No, and it's gonna be like it would be like a spoof, like Reno 911.
Oh, okay.
So like they're arrested, people be like, oh, sorry,
Sorry.
we got arrested me.
No, it's okay. Don't do it again. Okay.
And then they cut to the prison, and they're like, oh, what are you in for? I'm in here because cashier at the gas station told me, have a nice day. And I didn't tell them. Right back at you there, buddy. I gave him the bird. In Canada, that's 15 to 18.
Oof. That's real bad.
And then they're doing pranks on each other. So like, just cut to a bunch of like dudes in the shower, like like fog's up, covering everything up. Then all of a sudden, like a moose walks in with a prisoner uniform on. Like, all right, now who let the moose in?
Oh boy, oh boy. Let the moose in, eh?
There's a guy in there serving live sentence. So like, what are you in here for? I removed the tag off of a mattress before I bought it.
What? I just stole Tim Tams.
How are they gonna know what's in it? What's wrong with you?
Why is he Irish?
I don't know, dude.
I can't do accents.
I can't do Canadian. I can do Irish all right. I can't do Canadian to save my life.
Oh, there's probably an Irish dude in prison up there. Don't put it past him.
Yeah, there's like one Irish dude in the prison.
Oi! Crikey. I still can't do it. I can't do it either. No accents for Logan.
They pull a guy over.
Is that a kangaroo?
He's got crystal meth in the car. They just give him a stern talking to about the dangers of crystal meth. They don't even take it away from him.
You should quit that. You should really go home and flush that, eh? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. That's okay.
They sit there and have a very firm yet gentle conversation about the dangers of meth use.
And the crazy part is, he actually goes home and flushes it. He gets it.
Just slap him on the hand and tell him, now, you throw that away when you get home.
Is he African now?
I can't do Canadian, dude. I don't know.
Just say, hey. They speak like you and me. That's racist.
No. Whoa. We are from rural Appalachia. They do not speak like us. There ain't nobody what speaks like us. Except for other folks from the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
What?
You know how weird it is being like a hipster kid that grew up like in the middle of rural Appalachia, like fucking meth capital USA? I'd say it sucks, because it does. Because I lived that life. I'm like a hipster kid in the middle of nowhere. And it's resulted in me being about 40% redneck.
That's fair. That's a good percentage.
Like I like Tame Impala, but I also like tearing up shit in the mud.
Yeehaw.
And shooting guns.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Shooting guns. Doing truck stuff. Also, Field parties.
I never got into hunting though, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I've never been in hunting either. Never been. Never had a desire to go.
Thing. If I'm getting up at like the ass crack of dawn on a Saturday, you know what I'm doing?
Going to Huddle House?
Sitting in my fucking underwear, eating cereal, watching cartoons. I'm not going to fucking kill nothing.
Nope.
Nowadays, if I wake up at the ass crack of dawn on a Saturday, I'm rolling over and going back to bed.
Yep. It's too cold to go hunting. I don't. No thanks.
Well, you know what? It's not cold. I'm just like, it's just not. I don't have that kind of patience, man. I got to be doing something.
My ADD's not gonna let me sit there in a tree staring at nothing. I'm gonna have to fidget with something. We fidget with a gun, and I end up shooting nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. Like, it almost seems like hunting is like masturbation and roulette. You got like, you just sit up there and you're at it for hours, and you got a 1 in 35 chance of actually getting the load off.
Then it comes up with the 0-0. You're like, you got me again.
Oh, I didn't even bet on that.
I didn't even bet on that. Nobody bets on 0-0.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're redoing the Frontier.
Are they really? It's about time.
Yeah, like officially.
Didn't they already redo it overseas?
That's the, Oh, crap. I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, the Frontier overseas equivalent. I think that's roughly what it's going to look like here in America. I'm assuming, but they didn't say. But I just read an article that said Nissan officially announced they're going to redo it in America. Yeah, since it looked the same since 05.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Is it 05? I thought in 05 they still had like the straight bar in the grill thing.
05 was the first third gen? No, 4? Shoot, I can't remember.
Yours is a third gen.
Yeah. So third, yeah, okay, third, not fourth, third gen, yeah. So 05 to now is all third gen.
It was 05 though?
Yeah, it was 05.
Okay.
Because, and see, there's 05 to 11 or 12 had a issue where they'd get the radiator coolant in with the transmission and it's called the strawberry milkshake of death. So I'm after that incident, but they all pretty much look the same. A lot of the same body type. They had like minor inside details, like interior details, like different radio. That's pretty much it, though. They changed up the radio and maybe the AC buttons, but other than that, it's all that gray interior, and the outside's all the same. And they also went from the Nismo edition to the Pro 4X.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, they're all been the same. They had a black edition. Nope. No, they didn't. Midnight edition. They had a Midnight edition, which was just blacked out. But it was all the same. Same motor.
Okay.
Same transmission.
You know what I thought was pretty cool? My first truck was a Nissan. My first vehicle was a Nissan hardbody pickup.
Woo-hoo.
02. There was nothing power about that. It had less than 100 horsepower, no power windows, no power brakes, no power steering, no nothing. That's why I have like this, whatever this muscle is, like if you touch this, it's massive. It's because my first vehicle didn't have power steering. So like, and that's what you use to turn the wheel.
Yeah.
They continued to produce the hard body in like Belize and China until like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like the body and everything hadn't changed for the hard body. It got the front grille from the Frontier, but more narrow. And it had like an old school style like truck bed where instead of the sides coming up and folding in, it came up, angled in, and then like spiraled in and had like the tube rails down the side. Yeah, they were pretty cool looking. I don't know, man. If I ever hit it big, I might have to import one just because, like, man, I love that. I miss that truck every day. Every day I miss that truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was dependable, had good gas mileage, got me from point A to point B. It was fun to drive. It wasn't like excruciatingly fast or anything. It was zippy. Like, it'd take curves really, really fun.
Yeah.
And like, I think the best part about it was I could haul, I wasn't hauling construction equipment or anything, but I could haul anything I really needed to.
Right.
But nobody ever asked me to help them move.
Which is nice.
Or asked me to help them move anything.
Yeah. Had a truck, nobody wanted your help. Best of both worlds.
Oh, and it was a stick. That was awesome too. You can't find those anymore. They say if you don't want your car stolen nowadays, get in a manual transmission.
If you can find one in the manual.
Yeah, it's getting harder. The thing is, though, man, is just like the automotive transmissions out there these days are just blowing them out of the water.
Yeah.
You might take a car and can equip it with a 5-speed or 6-speed, but the automatic transmissions now are like 8 and 10 speed. So
yeah, so
you get a better power range with that than you would with a manual, so why not? And they're making beefy automatic transmissions that you can drive the piss out of and not have to worry about it. So
yep, exactly. About ready to call it? Unless you got something else to talk about.
I mean, we can talk about some stuff. I could talk all day, dude. I love the sound of my own voice. I should record myself just being like, "You are awesome. You are gorgeous. You are a sexy beast. Just on repeat, I could play when I'm asleep. I just fall asleep to my own voice. It's like,
you are a strong, independent woman.
You are a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Oh, I got one for you. How you feeling about this whole government shutdown shit we got going on?
All right, so where do I start with that one? All right, so Trump had a lot of fans. All right, so I'm sure all the people that aren't working now, who was supporting the wall and supporting him, I'm sure they're probably pretty pissed at him now.
I think, from what I've been reading,
or do you think these people who aren't getting paid right now are still supporting his wall and like, yeah, I don't need to get paid, let's support this wall, or you think they're pissed at him now?
I think they're pretty pissed, man.
I'd be pissed too. I'm like, how can you? It's like, just no, I'd rather get paid. Because I got a mortgage and shit. I got a family to feed.
Well, and the thing of it is even his own, the non-government workers, because it's only, I say only, but it's only 80,000 people that are affected by this right now.
Yeah.
So that's not even a huge, even if all of the government workers support him, that's not even a huge chunk of his base. I think the big problem that a lot of people are having is his campaign promise was that he said that Mexico was going to pay for the wall.
Yeah, that too.
And now, because we won't pay for the wall, he's shutting the government down, which is ridiculous. And it's not, and even then, it's not even really fair to say that it's him. It's really Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell keeps preventing the spending bills from being heard on the Senate floor. Granted, the ones that are getting passed by the House, this is the Democrats control that now. I don't think they're going to get signed off on anyway, and that's what McConnell's saying. But at the same time, like, it's gonna get bad. And they're talking about, like, people close to Trump's like, oh, he's gonna keep this up for as long as it takes. Honestly, this is my prediction. It's gonna take until all the air traffic controllers start striking.
Yep.
And we put air transport at a complete standstill. Yep. That'll end it right then and there. Worst case scenario in the whole thing. Okay, you have dogs, right? And your dogs are loyal, right? To you?
Yep.
That was the question.
What was the question?
Your dogs are loyal to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one of the things that makes your dogs loyal to you is you feed them.
Yeah.
Okay. How long could you not feed Diesel and Bentley till they start biting you?
Probably not long.
Eat you.
2-3 hours.
But 2-3 hours.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
I'm using that analogy. Like, the thing is people are, like, within the government are being cordial and nice and everything, but humans are still animals. As sophisticated as we think we are still very much animalistic in nature. My thing is so, like, I was watching the ABC News, the World News, not the local, but the one that comes on after the local affiliate, because Braden loves watching that. So I was eating dinner with the family, and he had to watch that. And so they were talking about a lot of the federal workers are, like, going to food banks and stuff. And there's been a bunch of food and stuff donated to help them get through this. If you are a Secret Service agent, Logan, and you have 2 kids, how many days does your kid have to go without lunch before you start really contemplating what you would do to put food on the table?
Less than 1.
It's a really emasculating place to put the armed guys that you surround yourself with as president. It'll only, like, worst case scenario, I think we're gonna have a Secret Service agent snap. I think the very day that Johnny has to go without food is the day that Johnny's dad, Secret Service agent Johnny Sr., is either going to kick the gates down and let all the protesters storm the White House, or he's going to take it into his own hands, or whatever. But that would, and honestly,
do you think there's going to be some sort of uprising?
I'm not saying that I hope that happens or I support if that happens, but I can see that. You know, if you are taking food off my table for this,
No.
a man can only take so much, and it's a very emasculating position to put him in, is to be like, you're out here busting your ass and you can't even put food on the table. So on top of thinking about your family and stuff like that, you've also essentially been emasculated in front of the entire world, because the entire world knows you can't put food on the table.
Right.
And so this whole toxic masculinity thing that we see throughout a huge chunk of law enforcement, and Secret Service is part of that law enforcement.
Right.
When is that toxic masculinity gonna, like, the first guy's gonna see red? And right now it's fine because there's food banks and there's money being, like, there's people helping take care of these government workers right now. But I think it's only so long before one Secret Service agent snaps. That's honestly my guess. If this goes 3-4 months, if the air traffic controllers haven't all just quit by then, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that we're going to have a Secret Service agent go rogue and put an end to the situation personally.
Interesting. I can see a strike of, you got to pay the air traffic controllers, or that's a massive mess, real bad. But they start striking, that might end. What if he holds out after that?
If he holds out after air traffic controllers strike,
yep.
I think his party will turn on him at that point.
It's possible. He might get impeached
in the Senate. I think that if that happens, it's going to affect so many people, so many constituents, that senators are going to just pass the spending bill. Like, they'll have enough senators for it to be veto proof. I think that's what'll happen. But I hope that that's not the situation. I hope something comes up and we get a nice resolution sooner rather than later. But
there's no telling at this point. Literally anything could happen.
Anybody that knows me knows that I firmly believe that humans, we are very animalistic. We sit here and try to pretend that we're not, that we're better, that we're not savages and this, that, and the other. But really, civilization evolved faster than the human body did. And in the right situations, humans revert to a very feral state. With enough stress and everything else, then you start saying, you know what, fuck the rules. I'm going to do what I want.
Right. Makes sense.
And I'm just afraid that that's going to be what ends up happening, is somebody's going to finally break.
It's possible, but I think a strike or some sort of riot or protest is what's going to sway something, some sort of that, or the Senate might take matters in their own hands. That's probably going to be one of those, I believe. More realistic.
I hope so. I really do. I hope that we come to some sort of agreement well before it gets to that. I'm just not discounting that as a potential outcome, simply because, like I said, I know people. As somebody who, as a first responder, I've seen people at their worst, and I've seen people there when their whole lives are falling down, when, spouses, children, siblings, mothers, fathers are like circling the drain. And when people will put up with a lot when it's just them.
Yeah.
When you start putting when it's their family getting harmed, human beings start to see red.
Right.
Even the most self-disciplined and in control human being will lose it with enough stress, with enough push. We all break eventually. None of us are impervious to that. We'll all eventually break the I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist on this one, but like the programming of society, this idea of the social contract and everything else, it only works as long as everything's working. But the minute that ceases to work, it all goes out the window. And we revert to our savage nature.
Wild times are ahead of us.
Wild times indeed. Strange times in the neighborhood, God.
Strange times in the neighborhood.
So, yeah, that one seems to be on a lot of people's minds these days. Something people are talking about. I figured I would get your opinion, give my opinion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's nice to talk about a serious topic every once in a while.
Yeah, gotta throw some serious topics in there, keep things interesting.
Man, let me tell you about wristwatches. All right, well, I think that's all I got, man.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
All right, well, that being said, I guess we're gonna call it a day on this week's episode. 2 in a row, dude. We might actually pull this one off.
I'll do it.
Pretty excited.
2 down, 50 to go.
50.
50. That's 52. One more week.
I'll guarantee a hard 15. I don't know about 15.
Man, if we make it to 15, that beats every other year.
That's true. That is the truest.
8's going to beat every other year. I think 7 is the most we've had.
Awesome. We're going for the record this year, boys.
We're going for 8.
You!
Although 52 would be nice. You!
All right, guys. That being said, you can check me out online. I am at that Tyler Parker, and Logan is at the Logan Rickett.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Snapchat. No, not Snapchat. Sorry, Instagram,
Twitter.
We're on Facebook. Don't worry about Facebook. I actually don't use my social media anymore, to be honest with you. It's pretty freeing. I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
But if you want to shoot us some DMs, let us know what you think. Give us some ideas for the show.
Yeah, Bojangles Cookout. What up?
If you do hair, all right, I'm going to pop these off for a second. And you can give me some advice on how to make these look better. These ringlet curls that I get, I would appreciate all of that. So any of our fans that are in cosmetology, just hit me up. I appreciate that. Yeah. Slide us some DMs, give us some ideas. Yeah, Logan's got his hair on point.
Except for whatever this is. You got it out of my hair. Got it out. But whatever, anything out there.
You can check the show out on Instagram and Twitter at
Long Road Endeavor.
Well, at the Long Road Endeavor,
yep.
Because we're not just a podcast anymore.
Nope.
We're on Facebook as well.
Yep. Same.
Find us there. Let's see.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Drugs bad. Stay in school.
Stay in school, yeah.
Yep, yep. Obey all traffic signs.
Unless you're supposed to be out. If you're 20 and still in high school, you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's getting weird at this point.
They didn't mean it like that, bud.
Yeah. Real weird.
Don't forget to tip your waitress and waiters out there. If you go to a strip club, you're not spending money. You're stealing. What other life advice is there out there? Bojangles and Cookout, we were serious about that offer.
Yep.
All right, I guess that's it. I don't have any more life advice.
Don't eat yellow snow unless it's lemon flavor. Don't eat red snow either. That's something even weirder.
Let's see. All right. One last piece of advice: 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left. All right. All right. I guess that's all I got. Until next time, you guys take it easy out there. Like I said, send us ideas. What do you want to talk about? I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
I'll talk about shit I don't know about.
Yep. We'll make it up as we go. We don't care.
Yeah. Man, me and Logan have had plenty of made-up conversations about shit that never happened.
Shit, we can do this live one day. We can start doing the show live. See who shows up.
Yeah.
I ain't above it.
Also, speaking of who shows up, we're going to have a couple of, we talked about we're going to do at least a video every week, whether it's us or other people. Logan's already got one. He's in the works of getting done with some friends of ours, Sam and Drew from the Royal Blue episode.
Yep.
They're going to be coming in doing a guest spot on some topic. I don't know. We'll get to that later. Logan knows. He told me. I forgot. We'll make it be a surprise for you guys.
That's right.
I guess that's it. And in that case, as always, your friend Parker here, Logan on the other end, signing off for the night. And remember, good luck, Godspeed, and try not to die.